A very good morning to all of you friends. Today we are going to study about our next topic in chapter heat, that is transfer of heat. Now, what is transfer of heat? When heat flows from a hot body to a cold body, it is known as transfer of heat. Okay, so please remember, heat always flows from a hot body to a cold body. But how long will it flow? It will flow until and unless the temperature of both the bodies become same. For example, suppose you are touching a hot object. Okay, suppose I have taken some hot tea in my cup and suppose I am touching it. So heat flows from the hot object to my body, that is at a colder temperature in comparison to that hot object. Okay, so heat flows from hot to the cold body. That is a flow of heat. Again, if we take some ice and then keep it in your hand, so heat flows from our body to that ice. So the flow of heat is away from our body towards the ice. Okay, so remember, heat always flows from a hot body to a cold body, or it flows only to that level to which both the temperatures become constant or same. Okay, so as long as I keep the ice in my hand, after sometimes it will start melting, isn't it? So the heat will continuously flow from our body to ice, and then it will help in melting of that ice. Got it? So this is called transfer of heat or heat transfer. Now there are three modes of transfer of heat. They are known as conduction, convection and radiation. So in our today's topic we are going to study about only conduction. Okay, convection and radiation we will complete in our next video. Now, what is conduction? Conduction is a mode of flow of heat in which heat flows through a body from its hot part to cold part, or heat flows from a hotter body to a colder body. Okay, let me show you by the help of very simple you can say explanation. For example, if I take a candle and then heat this candle, and if I take a stainless spoon and then keep the spoon close to the candle, okay, after some time what will happen? After some time you will find that we are unable to touch this part of the spoon because it has become quite hot. How? Because this region is close to the flame, so the atoms and molecules which are present here, they will start becoming hot, and slowly that heat will be transferred from the hot part to the cold part. Okay, and the whole spoon will become hot, so we cannot hold this part of the spoon. Once again, what is conduction? Conduction is the mode of transfer of heat in which heat flows through a body from its hot region to its cold region, or when two objects are kept close to each other, heat will pass from the hot body to the cold body. Okay, so this is the explanation of conduction of heat. Now, according to the explanation, just now I told you that any kind of conductor is made up of atoms and molecules. Okay, so atoms are present here. Now, when we are heating, suppose we are heating it. So when we are actually heating it, the molecules which are present, solids are made up of molecules. These molecules, they start vibrating. Okay, so they start vibrating fast, and then when they cannot leave their place because these are solids, mind you, but they are in touch with their neighboring atoms or molecules. So what they will do? They will start vibrating because of that heat, and then they will pass that vibration or energy to the next neighboring molecule. Again, this will pass it to this one, this will pass it to this one, and in this way the heat will slowly be conducted from the hot region to the cold region of the object. Okay, but the object has to be a good conductor. Suppose in place of the spoon, if you take a plastic pen, and then if you repeat the same experiment, now here heat will not flow from this end to this end because this plastic pen is not a conductor, but it is an insulator or a non-conductor of heat. So heat will not flow from the hot region to the cold region. Okay, molecules won't be able to transfer their vibrating energy to the neighboring molecules. Got it? Because it is a non-conductor. So in this way we can explain how heat is transferred from hot region to cold region, okay, of any body or conductor or metallic stripe. Now, on the basis of the amount of heat that any object allows to pass through. Objects can be classified into conductors, okay, that means good conductors or conductors, poor conductors, and non-conductors or insulators. Okay, once again, on the basis of the amount of heat that any object allows to pass through it, objects can be classified into three types: conductors or good conductors, poor conductors, non-conductors or insulators. Got it? So, for example, this spoon. This spoon is a good conductor of electricity because it is metallic. So remember, almost all the metals are good conductors of electricity. Okay, gold, silver, aluminium, copper, all. Like you have seen the electric wiring of the house. It is made up of copper wire. Okay, the best one is silver. Silver is a metal that helps in best conductivity of heat. But again, we cannot use silver because it is very, very costly. So we use copper or sometimes aluminium also. Okay, don't confuse with the conductivity of heat with conductivity of electricity. Mind you, please remember that all metals are good conductors of heat. Okay, gold, silver, copper, aluminium, iron, etc. Even we have read in the thermometer chapter about mercury. Mercury is also a metal that exists in liquid form at room temperature, but you have seen that in case of thermometer also, mercury helps in expanding and it helps in conductivity of heat. Okay, so mercury is also a good conductor of heat. Now these are good conductors of heat. There are some poor conductors of heat. That means those materials which allows heat to pass through them but very slowly. For example, water. Okay, water is a poor conductor. It will allow heat to pass through but very slowly. Similarly, the air is also a poor conductor. Okay, so it will allow some amount of heat to pass through it but very slowly. So these are called poor conductors. Okay, poor conductors. Like glass also. Glass means kaanch that we say. So it is also a poor conductor of heat. Okay, so good conductors, poor conductors. Third, insulators or non-conductors. Some substances which do not or cannot conduct heat at all, like the wax. Okay, wax, if you touch wax even when it is heated, so it cannot conduct heat from one end to another. Similarly, plastics or wood, okay, or cotton clothes, they also do not, or cotton, they cannot pass heat through them, they cannot allow heat to pass through them, or paper, okay, even mica, then mud, bricks, these are all non-conductors of heat. Okay, so they are also called insulators. And on the basis of these properties like good conductors or poor conductors or non-conductors, so on the basis of these properties, we can utilize certain substances for making our day-to-day articles or objects, like a cooking utensil. Okay, you know, a cooking utensil like a pressure cooker. Pressure cooker is made up of heating element that is called aluminium, isn't it? Or the karhai and all you have seen, iron karhai or copper utensils in which we cook, isn't it, or aluminium. Okay, but the handles of pressure cooker, that is made up of bakelite, isn't it? So it is a non-conductor, so that while cooking we don't burn our hand, isn't it? It is safe for us to cook. Like this is called bakelite. Okay, so although we don't use this knife for cooking, but this structure is called bakelite. So in case of pressure cooker also you have seen that it helps in preventing our fingers from burning, isn't it? So similarly, go through the NCERT book, okay, that is your book, the Prachi book, and there are certain properties given in the book. Please go through them, okay, especially page number 47, uses of good conductors and non-conductors. This portion is very, very important. Okay, please go through, give reasons and all are there. Then some activities are there. Okay, so this is a very good activity that is based on conduction. In this activity, you see, they have taken a metallic rod, and this metallic rod they have fixed 1, 2 and 3, some nails. They have fixed some nails, and then this side of the metallic rod is heated, and see the nails which are fixed to the metal rod by the help of wax, they start falling one by one. and the one that is close to the flame will fall faster than the ones which are away from the flame. That means heat is being conducted from this hot region to this cold region. That is why first this will fall, then second this one will fall, and finally third one will fall at last. Okay, so this is a very you can say a very simple experiment that you can do in your house. One more experiment is there, activity is given. Okay, please go through this activity also. They have taken 3 rods. Okay, 3 rods. One is made up of iron, one is made up of copper, one is made up of wax, and they have plugged it, this side they have plugged with wax, and then they have fixed some pins or nails. Okay, and all the 3 rods, they are like this kept all together. Okay, and here some wax are there as well as some nails are present. So when you heat this portion, you will see the one that is made up of iron, in that the nail will fall faster. The one that is made up of say copper or aluminium, that will also fall, but the one that is made up of glass, glass, that in that case the nail will fall very slowly. That means glass is a poor conductor of heat, whereas metals are good conductors of heat. Okay, so in this way you can perform the experiments. Please go through the activities, and I have also given you some assignments which are based on it. Let me quickly read out the assignments. Like, why is the handle of a pressure cooker made of hard plastic? Okay, assignment number 2, which material are used to make cooking utensils and why? Number 3, why are houses in Rajasthan made of bricks and mud? You know, bricks and mud are poor conductors of heat, so they do not allow the outer heat to enter inside, or during winter or at night they do not allow the cold temperature to go out. Okay, then why do shopkeepers wrap ice block in gunny bags or sacks? Because gunny bag or sack, they are poor conductor of heat, so they keep the ice in ice state only. They do not allow the heat to come from outside into inside, get inside and then melt the ice. Okay, insulators, they do not allow the transfer of heat. And how do woolen clothes keep us warm during winter? Okay, why we wear woolen clothes? In order to keep us warm during winter. So please find out the reasons of these answers. These are questions, these are given in the book. If you have any doubts, do consult me. Thank you so much for watching this video.